Hey church family, Tiffany coming at ya. I'm the worship leader here at Woodridge. Today for the midweek, I would love to read a short excerpt from a book that was gifted to me by my dear friend and our girls minister, Faith Grosshands. And the book is called Hind's Feet on High Places by Hannah Hurnard. This is an allegorical novel about the Christian pilgrimage, and what I love so much about this book is how poetically and eloquently Hannah writes about the truths of the highs and lows of the Christian faith. But my favorite thing is how she describes water. And that's what I would like to read for you today. It's just a short excerpt about how she views a waterfall in a message that the Lord gave to her. So let me set the scene for you. Hannah is in Switzerland and she's standing in front of this beautiful and majestic waterfall. And here's what she writes. Lifting my eyes, I look across the valley at the Brumbach Falls and see the water pouring itself down in an extraordinary ecstasy of self-abandoned giving. I have asked him to help me to understand the language of this book of nature, and the first message and lesson his creation utters is this one. It speaks of love's eternal ecstatic joy in ceaseless, blissful giving. The first characteristic of true love is humility, the pouring of oneself down lower and lower in self-effacement and self-denial. The message of running water always is, go lower. Find the lowest place. That is the only way to true fulfillment. The next characteristic of love is giving. The poured out life gives life and power to others. The more love gives, the more it fulfills itself. For it is love's prerogative to give and give and give. The third characteristic of love is service. The Brumbach Falls, in the act of giving themselves, serve the whole valley and far beyond it. The water means a supply of irrigation, electricity, and light for many, many homes, gardens, and orchards. To be utterly abandoned to the goal of giving oneself to others and going down lower is the joy and ecstasy of love. Perfect love casts out fear. That is what the water utters as it rushes towards the great, terrifying rocky lip of the gorge and plunges over, utterly abandoned and unafraid of the dreadful depths into which it must fall, down onto the threatening rocks below. How can one abandon oneself in this way? Well, the scene before me answers this question. The falls come down from the heights. One cannot get a mighty and powerful fall of water if there is only a low place and a short way for it to fall. It is the high places of faith and obedience which make the falls of love possible. And Hannah writes about the falls so beautifully, and it reminds me that when we seek him, we will find him, especially in his creation. And Hannah is wholeheartedly seeking the Lord in this moment, and he reveals himself to her. In fact, she prays to the Lord before this message of the waterfall is given to her, and her prayer is this: "O Lord, what do you want to say to me today? Help me to hear your voice. Teach me to understand the language spoken by your creation all around me." And so I'm encouraging us to say that same prayer today, to get out into nature and ask the Lord to help us to understand the language spoken by his creation all around us. Because when we seek him with all of our hearts, he promises us that we will find him.